Or watching this, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button to see more of these live streams and paintings and vlogs and so much more. And or just below you can hit the like button. And then if you enjoy what you're seeing, you definitely got to share this video. So either way, my name is David Garibaldi. Welcome. We're about to start this live stream very soon. In the meantime, while we're waiting for some comments to start coming in, and before I start shouting some people out, be sure to also follow me at Garibaldi Arts on all my social media as well. So let's get to that first hello right now. It is Amanda Bradford showing love. Hello to you. Nicole Robbins. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you. Welcome. It's Friday. I'm super excited to be here, just to be creating, get some creative juices out. It was a happy and sad day. I'll share more later in just a little bit. You may see in the title what I'll be painting. I was born in the 80s, really grew up in the 90s, 2000s. So this person that I'm painting today, I grew up listening to him, and definitely more than deserves a portrait. Justin Styles, hey, back to you. I think it's Sheena. Yes, RIP to DMX. We're gonna be painting him. Not we, I guess I'll be painting him. You could paint at home if you want. Let's see who else. Cassandra Tucker, happy Friday. Seriously, this was a really busy, crazy week leading up to today. I'll share in a little bit why today was, first started off amazing, and also why we're here painting. It's a bittersweet day. So either way, happy Friday, Cassandra Tucker. Let's see, I'm just gonna do a shout out to Mr. Casboy watching on YouTube. So shout out to you. Leticia Gilmore, hey, back to you. You're watching on Facebook. Welcome. We're going to start very soon. Also, Rachel Bennett. Yes, RIP DMX. I gotta sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Don't worry. There's no one around to get my sneeze. We're all good. We're all good here. Let's see. So, yes, Rachel, RIP. You saw the title. You know what I'm going to be doing today. Sometimes I like to just give it away of what I'm going to do, because I want us to just experience the creative process instead of making it, a guessing game. And I just want you to sit back wherever you are on a Friday afternoon. Terry, let's see. So Terry, I've been sad all day. X is going to give it to you. Yes! Got the lyrics on there. You know what? We were just playing his music before we started this live stream, and I was just thinking, he created the greatest soundtrack to get pumped up and excited for anything. So forgive me if I'm extra today. X gave it to me, so we're gonna blame it on him and thank him. Lara Ock, hello to you. Sending love back to you. You're watching on Facebook. Appreciate it. Yes, Robbie, RIP, rest in peace. We're gonna get to the painting in just a little bit. Thank you everyone for just being here and watching this. I appreciate your patience. We're gonna start very soon. Patrick Slaughter, watching on YouTube, welcome, appreciate it. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, don't be afraid to use the chat. Just say whatever's on your mind. And as the painting starts to come to life in a little bit, use the chat. Just share whatever you're thinking about. Don Martinez said, seen you with Kiss, you're amazing, I appreciate it. Those of you that don't know, I went on tour with the band Kiss in 2019. I went on their world tour. We did about 80 shows around the world. I miss live shows, to say the least. Hopefully we'll be back very soon. My mom is on here, Margie. Hello, love you. Thanks for always supporting. I love you. And let's see, Leticia Gilmore says, hello also from the Potter's House in Sacramento. Yes, sending love to the Potter's House. All right, so we've got some people on here. Let's go ahead and get to this live stream. Let's paint. Welcome to ARTLIFE Live. We're going to start this very soon, and today's a bittersweet day. I'll share some great news that happened earlier, but also we're going to be honoring the legend, the icon, DMX, and he passed away today. So let's get to this live stream. Let's do it. All right, it is Friday, and yes, it's a bitter-sweet day. This morning, before I got news about the passing of DMX, we did a major print release with the artist, EDM producer Deadmau5. We had been working on this for quite a while, and today we dropped it. We put out a limited edition print that was $250 and an edition of 100, and we sold out in minutes, which is just insane, and just such a huge blessing. Given the times of the world and the fact that people are collecting art, and it goes to support people like myself, and I appreciate it. So if you collected one, thank you, but if you didn't, don't worry. We're already planning our next one for the end of this month, and we've got some other exciting stuff coming up next week. I have I think they call it when you do your first NFT drop, they call it your Genesis drop. Is that right, Ray? Sure. Do they call it that? I think he's just agreeing with me because I just called his name over there. So I have my Genesis NFT drop. Those of you, again, that don't know what an NFT is, you may have heard that term pop up. NFTs are a non-fungible token. Imagine it like a digital file that you can verify through this technology called the blockchain that you own it. You can sell it, you can collect it. It has completely changed the world of art. I'm excited about it because I get to share art in a new way. I also get to give collectors something new and exciting to collect as well. And NFTs are literally going from for dollars to tens of millions of dollars and everything in between. We don't know what to expect, but I am dropping on Nifty Gateway next Thursday around 6:30, 7 p.m. is when it'll happen. I'll have a collection of 4 new images, and I'm gonna start previewing these brand new paintings and videos that we're putting out as an NFT. I'm gonna start doing that tomorrow. But today, again, after we had that major print release sell out, I look at my phone, I go on Twitter, and we knew that DMX was struggling with his health, and we found out about his passing. And so I could not pass up the opportunity immediately to just take that news as inspiration for today's painting, and we're gonna do that. So real quick, let's just go to the comments. And Derek Cole is on YouTube watching from Vegas. So happy Friday. I'm sure you could always have a great Friday in Vegas, but welcome Derek Cole. Desiree, yes, excited. I think it says, yeah, I'm gonna miss DMX, so we're all gonna miss him. I saw Swizz Beats, who's a producer, produced him in his career, and he was saying, how much he hopes that he pulls through so that people could see how much love he has and gets. And I hope that he can still feel it wherever he is. And that's why we got to give love to people while they're here, while they can hear us, while they can feel us. And, I don't know, it's just very sad. So real quick, I'm trying to read these messages. So Quentin Richards, yes. So Quentin got my Daft Punk art today. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you got it. That was a very limited edition release of only 15. And I'm gonna say this now, go on the record, we're only doing super limited runs of art for a while. So you got very lucky on that one. Yes, Shannon Coleman Sullivan, rest in peace. But we're gonna give some life to DMX's spirit and legacy on the canvas in just a bit. So we're counting down. I'm about to start painting very soon. Let's see, AJ White, just with the heart. Thank you for that. I see your avatar as well. I think you got the DMX praying. Emmanuel Graves, RIP DMX. All right, you know what? Let's not waste any time and let's get to this painting. Let's get to it. Let's go. right, welcome back everybody. We're about to start this live stream. Wherever you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, or if you're up here on TikTok or Instagram, welcome. You could probably see it in the description. You know what I'm painting today? I'm gonna be doing a painting of DMX. We're gonna honor him and his legacy through just color, through sound. I wish I could play his music, but the YouTube gods will take it down. But again, this morning was super exciting. We had this crazy sellout print, and then right afterwards, I got the news online or on Twitter that DMX had passed, and I just knew immediately I was gonna be here with you today, and I had to do this portrait of DMX, and we're gonna do it a little different. You've seen this new style I've been putting out to the world. It's called Out of Mind. It's not gonna be the normal just face portrait. We're gonna add some elements to it. So be patient with the process, enjoy the creative process right now, and come along for this creative ride. Let's do this. And as always, before I paint, as always, feel free to ask questions down below in the chat. I'm gonna do my best to answer them. Sometimes I may just paint, so I may not get to all of them, but I'll do my best later on when I'm done to do that, so. All right, let's paint. So I'm gonna start this painting real quick with a very, very dark gray, just kind of blocking in where this portrait is going to start and end. Just kind of gives me a guide. Sometimes I don't always know what I'm doing. I'm just figuring these paintings out in front of you. So we're just gonna mark it. I've been really enjoying this new style that I called Out of Mind. Just inspired by these iconic portraits that I've always done, but you know, cracking the portraits open and seeing what's moving, what's going on inside those minds. And we're gonna do that today with this portrait of DMX. If you're just joining us now, welcome, thank you. You know, do me a huge favor, wherever you're watching this, just hit the share button, share this with the world, with your world. Let's honor DMX today. This style really allows me to take my time. I know normally you know me for painting these portraits super fast, and this will still be relatively fast, but I just get to enjoy this process with you. I know the music right now is not DMX music, and I know he's used to we're used to being hyped up by his spirit or his music. But you know, I just wanted to set it a little different mood today as I create this portrait. Just want to capture a different essence. That's a great question. So someone just asked, was it hard getting used to painting with two brushes? Yes, the short answer is yes. But when I first started painting, my ultimate goal was to paint fast. It was to do these paintings in a matter of minutes to music, and I wasn't gonna get that done by just using one hand. So I had to teach myself how to do it, and it was extremely difficult, but I figured it out. I also don't look at it like I'm using my hand. I look at it like I'm using my whole other side of my body. Laying down some shadow colors. Once I start getting the highlights on here, it'll start popping off a lot more. Matter of fact, let's move to that color right now. So I don't know when you grew up, but I grew up in the 90s and 2000s. Early 2000s was like my years I was like really getting into music, and you could not escape the influence that DMX had on just music at that time, and especially hip hop. And that's why you see the reaction, because a lot of us grew up listening to him, and again, I said earlier, it's like he created the best soundtrack for us to all get hyped up to. Just taking my time with this. That's a great question. So someone just asked, do I do any exercises to help control my non-dominant hand? And I think just staying active, to be honest. It does help that I have a background in dance, so that I was able to understand just how to move my body. That definitely helps the process. But with anything, just practice. We'll figure it out. We'll get used to it. Let me get some finer brushes as I get closer to bringing this to life. So someone asked, will his painting go to his family? And I would love for them to have it, but it's so fresh right now. It's not really something that we bring up with. We're just expressing our gratitude for him and his contribution to our world and culture. we'll show you all these up close details later on when the painting's complete. But for now, just enjoy the process. I don't think that I'm good, but I just keep going. And even like yesterday, I wasn't like super confident about my painting, but I just keep going. I don't stop. Sometimes to my own fault. All right. We're just gonna keep establishing some of these elements in this painting. So this out of mind style that I've been working on has really allowed me to just really, be more free with what I create and how, and like this. I don't need to jump around to enjoy this process. And all these little bits will make sense later on. Sort of a mixture of like painting portraits and sketching, all in one. Yes and no. So I don't have a picture, but I do some preparation, and I'll leave it at that. I'll say that. Just because I do want to get this done in a certain amount of time with all of you, that's why I do spend the time to do some prep. That's a great question. So someone said, why can't we listen to DMX while we're painting this? The beauty of the algorithm is as soon as they hear it, they'll shut this live stream down. So we have other music that's playing in its place. As much as we want to have DMX's music, we also don't want this to get shut down. So someone asked, are these paint clothes my everyday clothes or my everyday clothes? These are paint clothes for sure. Luckily I have a set to paint in and a set to walk around every day. My time on this portrait, this painting. If you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. All right, let's start bringing this to life with some color. We're gonna ditch these Get some smaller brushes that we can get a little bit more precise with, but also since I'm using a brush in each hand, I just kind of go with both sizes. So one to be precise, the other one to just fill space. All right, I'm gonna go back to the wall. I'm gonna use this as a palette. And let's just start blocking this in. Darken some of the edges on this purple over here. Let's actually go with a little bit bigger spray tip. This one's going to be a fat cap. Just so we get a little bit of that purple glow around them. It's almost like creating a vignette, but we're doing that with paint. So the vignette is like a soft frame closing in around the figure. So you can focus on the figure. Of course, we'll splash some paint later on. We'll ditch that. Let's go ahead and get a couple of those brushes to find the figure before we start moving on to the elements. Yes, so someone asked, have I put this up on YouTube? We are live streaming right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Periscope. So if you're watching on Instagram or TikTok, there's a link in my bio that says watch live stream. Much different, much better experience. All right, let's leave that. Let's start adding some color. So I'm gonna create this, I don't know, this mystical light coming from the top, spraying down, shining down. right, let's go back to one of my favorite colors. I don't know if you can see the light shining on it, but it's like a UV infrared magenta. Just it's like it's glowing when it goes on the canvas. It's just one of my favorite colors ever. So I'm going to add these colors. They're going to be considered like light sources. And then I'm going to go back and actually add some shadow to some of these other objects that are floating around. And we're just going to keep going back and forth, rendering this thing. You know, these paintings are just painted one layer at a time. All right, so now let's put that down. We're gonna get some black paint, start adding some shadows to these objects and figures. Let's go ahead and get this black. I'm just gonna do some quick fill-ins. Again, this is stuff that, you know, when you see the final painting, you don't think about these parts that I come back and paint in, but all that matters is that it gets done. So let's go back. I gotta keep going back to get paint because it starts mixing with paint that hasn't dried yet, that's on the surface. But this black really makes the objects just start to pop up off of the canvas surface. All right, I'll leave that there. Artists out there, if you're wondering, you know, how can you create more depth in your paintings? I mean, do as many underlayers as you can before you start adding your highlights on top, and it'll just naturally start creating a depth in your art. You know, sometimes I can't really read these until I'm getting close to being done, but maybe you guys can see a little bit more watching it on video. Someone asked, am I the new version of Bob Ross? And honestly, that is up to you to decide. Can you guys actually see what that's becoming? I'm not sure if you can read it or if you can see maybe later when it dries or when I add some highlights, but the highlights are really what's going to help this thing pop off the canvas. Those of you just joining, you may or may not have seen the title, but we are honoring the legend, the icon, DMX. And we're doing it a little different today, just working on a new style that I wanted to share with you, where this is, part of this new collection called Out of Mind, where not only do we have the portrait, but we have some other elements and icons that tell this person's story, their journey. I would say, outside of being a performance painter or trying to entertain you with art, I love just storytelling, and I love that, I kind of found a new technique to do that through this medium. All right. Let's get a little bit of splatter in here. Let's keep going. So now that we've got some of the highlights on, we're going to start doing some of the highlights from the light sources, which, looking for my water, which are the pink and blue on the left side of the canvas. And this is my favorite part. This is where it just pops. And, with these paintings, you get to a certain point where it's more about getting the motion and the movement rather than the perfection. And that's just how I prefer to create. Had to get the X symbol in there. By the way, I don't know why I just turned around like that. I just needed some paint over there. Again, so someone asked, how do I paint without a reference? I do some preparation beforehand, and then the rest of it is just, when you draw most of your life, you just kind of recall shapes and the way things look, and I'm just guessing, to be honest. At some point, I'm just guessing. I can't wait to show you guys this painting when it's all done up close. Right now, you're just watching the process, and sometimes the process isn't always as entertaining. So I appreciate all of you who have the patience right now. Actually, let's go get this blue paint over here. So now that we've got most of the blue highlights done, we're going to go to the pink or magenta and start adding these highlights. Again, giving this light source some more life. And also this light source is really what's creating the shape and the volume of these objects. Once you indicate where the light hits the object, a lot of artists that I follow and I love are the ones that are like just so observant about certain details when it comes to what they see in objects. So I try my best to be observant. Keep going. I know this isn't the normal super upbeat, crazy painting, but not every painting needs to be. I'm okay with that. All right, let's have some fun with the spray paint now. Let's ditch these brushes. Actually, could get some black. Again, at this point, I'm just going back and forth and just refining, just back and forth. Again, those of you who are still with us on Instagram or TikTok, there's a link in my bio. You can watch this live stream in HD on YouTube. And just go to the link in my bio, click watch live stream. Those of you that are on YouTube or Facebook, thank you for joining us. You can come closer if you want. I don't know if you can, but just as I do these little splatters. I want this to feel like it's lifting off, like his spirit is moving up to a new place. I feel like every single little splatter serves a purpose, you know? Not just the big ones, but the ones that you can only see when you are up close. Another thing I want to do is actually define some more of the white on his face. So I'm going to get this really super thin, super thin spray paint and just really define these highlights. Because he has such a prominent cheekbone. Getting those highlights. Maybe a little bit of this is floating off. You know? Maybe a little bit of that is. Just define the painting. I love going back with the spray paint to do these highlights because it's so opaque, which means it's it's not see-through. It's like you just get the paint. And you know what? Let's do one other thing to really make this thing just pop off. Could you imagine, just real quick, this is a blank canvas when we started, and I just as many years that I've been painting, when I get to this point in the painting, I just become super grateful because, to be able to transform something that's blank into something that shares a story or has an image, it's something I just don't take for granted. And also, we are these canvases. Our lives start off blank, and it's up to us and how we create it. And so at some point, as I get to this point in the painting, I want you to think about that in your life, and as it comes to life, as your canvas comes to life. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna start defining this figure just a little bit more. I'm gonna come out with this white strip, this white line. All right, so someone's asking, do I sell my paintings? Yes, I do. And if you visit garibaldiarts.com/gallery, you'll see some paintings there. But right now I'm just having fun. I'm just enjoying this process. Again, honoring a legend. Let's do this. So what I'm gonna do is, even though we have some highlights with the blue already, I'm just gonna add a little dab of white so that it really feels like that they're closer to the light source. Again, this is all, when you paint, you're just creating an illusion on canvas that something's there. there's nothing here. It's color. It's splatters of paint. And as an artist, just trying to turn these splatters into an illusion of an object. And I just keep going back and forth until it feels more like an object. So I'm just gonna put little definitions into these parts where I want the light to feel like it's really bouncing off these elements, whether it's the smoke coming off, let's look back at it. I'm just gonna take a second to look at it, think about something else that I wanna add. I already know what I wanna do. See, sometimes you just gotta step back and look at it. Just a little tiny splatter. Someone asked, do I paint in a warehouse? This is my studio. It used to be a warehouse before we turned it into a studio. Just like to do little details with my hand. Sometimes the hand can create marks on the canvas that a brush could never, ever do. Again, we're gonna bring you up close in just a little bit. Let me just add these little details. All right, let's see again. I see these little things that I want to add to it. Those of you that are still with us, thank you again for being here for this creative process. We're getting near the end, so thank you for your patience. I just want to really have this purple glow around them. Again, creating a vignette so that the focus is on the figure and not the edges of the paint and where the paint ends, but more so, where does the figure end? And let's do a little refining with the black. Follow the lines. Just keep following the lines up. All right, let's just add, I don't know. Just keep almost there, almost there. Just feel like this pink has got to float up just a little bit more. Almost like it's escaping from him. Adds a little bit of water to this. Right. Take one last look at this tribute to DMX. Again, not just the portrait, not just the figure, but also these elements of inspiration and struggle that he expressed through music that changed the world. So take one last look and then we'll chat. I'll answer some questions before we end this live chat. Enjoy. Look at all those details up close. We're just trying something new. It's a new world. It's time for new art. You know, iconic figures like DMX are easily inspire us. When you see someone just never stopping and giving up on the struggle and still inspiring. Just a painting tribute to DMX. I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Again, feel free to share this live stream. I just appreciate you spending time with us today, celebrating an icon that we lost, DMX. There he is. All right, take one last look, and real quick, actually, let me do this. Let me do a quick goodbye to Instagram. Yep. All right, so real quick, if you're still watching on Instagram or TikTok, we're gonna finish this live stream. So go to we're gonna log off on Instagram and TikTok. Go to the link in my bio and hit watch live stream. We're gonna continue it over there. Otherwise, thank you for joining. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, stay tuned. I'm gonna answer some of your questions. Peace. Yep, let's do it. All right, thank you again. Thank you for joining us for this really, really special and different ARTLIFE Live. Take one quick look at the DMX painting that I just did. Again, this is inspired by this out of mind style that I've been doing. I've been putting this collection out, and the elements and the icons that you see there's the dogs up on the top. You see the cross of Jesus Christ. You see the DMX letters in there. There's some skulls. There's some doves. There's just all kinds of elements in there that just represent his multifaceted personality, talents, and it will never fully capture who he truly was. Either way, we're grateful that we got to experience his art, and we'll continue to experience it. So back to this though, I saw some questions popping up in the chat. So if you have any more questions, I'm happy to answer them right now. Feel free to ask them in the chat, whether you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or in Periscope as well. So someone said, do you have a favorite DMX song? It's hard to choose, but man, we were just listening actually. I don't know the name of it, but the collaboration with him and Eminem. Do you remember the name of that song? We're gonna find out the name of that song, but the collaboration with him and Eminem, I had just heard it again earlier, and I was just like, this is one of the best collaborations. I'm gonna find out the name of that. What's it called? Go to Sleep by DMX featuring Eminem and Obi Trice as well. So thanks for asking that. Let's see, any other questions in the chat? I just wanna make sure I can answer these beforehand. I just wanna say thank you again to those of you who were able to collect that now sold out deadmau5 print. Let me show you, I have a copy of it here. We sold out of this morning. So crazy, like in minutes. So thank you everyone who supported that. We'll have another drop with him later on this month, so stay tuned for that. Also next week, I'm just gonna share it again, my first NFT drop collection on Nifty Gateway. So Nifty Gateway is one of the top premier platforms, and I can't even believe that we're on Nifty Gateway. It's unreal. And what NFTs have been doing for artists and how it's changing the art world, I'm just excited to not only be a part of history, but also, you know, I think just the beginning of, you know, this technology changing not only art, but a lot of other things that we deal with. So let's do some shout outs. So yeah, Rachel Kahn said, love the purple. I appreciate it. Thanks for doing that. Let's see, Disney Dino up top. Yes, just amazing. Appreciate the love. And so actually real quick, go up to Greg real quick. Greg, Impellator. So yes, I wish we could have DMX music on, but unfortunately, because of copyright, they'll take the whole live stream down. So we do have some other music on. I just wanted to chill vibe today just to honor him. So let's see, Desiree, Angela, thank you very much. Thanks for the doves as well. And let's see what else, Katrina. So awesome. Thank you for sharing your gifts, talents. I appreciate the love. God bless you. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this live stream. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I just post daily on there on my story. And also I'm gonna start unveiling my NFT collection starting tomorrow. But this painting, I'm gonna try to get up ASAP as soon as we're done here. So one quick question, Patrick Slaughter said, what's the significance of the hand slap at the end? Why not a signature? So normally I'm doing these paintings live on stage. I was first inspired by an artist by the name of Denny Dent. The way Denny Dent finished his paintings when he was alive, he would hand slap. And so as I started performing, I realized that to the audience, it is read to them that it's just the end of the show. So I just, it was inspired by Denny Dent. I've done it my whole career, and it's just something that I've always done to end each painting. And then I'll also go back and hand sign it, but just to end the painting, it's fun to slap some paint around. You should try it anytime. Try it in your garage, put some canvas up, fill your hand full of paint, and just bah! All right, so Greg also said, still have your Nike Blazers on my bookshelf. Nice, Greg, you gotta send me a picture of those. That's super cool. What year was that from that I sent those out? All right, also Violeta said, found you through Alejandro Reyes. Shout out to Alejandro, longtime friend of mine. So you're in good hands. I love Alejandro. Let's see, anyone else? All right, well, we're gonna wrap up this live stream. Just again, follow me on social at Garibaldi Arts. And again, rest in peace to the icon, the legend, DMX take one last look at that painting. And thank you for watching Art Life Live 2011.